Let's start this segment slowly today with this peaceful protest of lefties losing. And here are a group of vegans staging a mock funeral in a supermarket, and they place flowers on meat trays. Supermarket, and they place flowers on meat trays. Okay, Coach, at least they're not super gluing themselves to the refrigerators. So,
Yeah.
a peaceful protest like that, I can't be too upset about it. But what we can be upset.
I am not mad at them for what? For putting flowers on the meat. I'm a vegan. I don't put flowers on meat, and when I go in stores, I don't do that. I never seen I never saw vegans that I know do that. I never saw a vegan put flowers on meat in stores. I never saw it in in real life. I never saw a vegan put flowers on meat. But if a vegan wants to do that, that's his or her prerogative. I don't. It's not a crime to put flowers on meat in stores. In stores, in supermarkets, in stores. Uh, Unless the flowers are stolen, then that's criminal. But I don't think it's a crime to put flowers on meat in stores. Uh, the meat comes from dead animals. The meat, it comes from the products. They come from dead animals. They come from slaughtered animals. They come from animals that were non-consensually, involuntarily sent to abattoirs, that were sent to slaughterhouses against their will, without their consent. They did not choose to get slaughtered. They did not choose to get murdered. But they yeah, bruh. Yeah, bruh. Yeah, yeah, like Rita said, like the host of Sky News Australia said, at least they did not super glue themselves themselves to the yeah, bro. Yeah, a lot of people are gluing themselves to streets, to these different protesters, bro, from different movements, the climate change protesters, uh, the yeah, different people, man. That the people that glue themselves to streets are bugging, bro. They're not thinking logically at all, bro. Yeah, they're on some goofy ish, bro. They block traffic. They preclude motorists from getting to the places that they have to get to. That's not good. That's not cool. That's whack. That's yeah. Though yeah, bro. Wokeism is a disease, like I said, bro. Wokeism is a disease. Uh, yeah, bro. But the vegans that put flowers on me, I'm not. Yeah, that doesn't even anger me. That doesn't anger me. Yeah, nah. They're not committing crimes. They're not abusing people or harming people. they're just putting flowers on me. It's not typical. It's not usual. It's not usual. It's different, but it's not criminal.
Okay, Coach, at least they're not super gluing themselves to the refrigerators. So, peaceful protests like that, I can't be too upset about it. But what we can be upset about is these neo-pronouns that are taking hold. And you've heard about they,
million neo-pronouns, bro. A new neo-pronoun is created every day. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Pronouns that are taking hold, and you've heard about they, them pronouns. That's passe.
The non-binary. Sam Smith, the singer from France or UK. Is he from UK or France? I forgot. But yeah, he yeah, bro. He said Fisher dumb, bro. That's crazy, bro. Yeah, this stuff is wild, bro.
2020. We're now in the era of void self pronouns. Have a look. 2020.
It doesn't make sense, bro. Void self.
He.
Unbelievable, bro.
2020. We're now in the era of void self pronouns. Have a look. 2020. We're now in the era of void self. 2020. Okay, Coach, at least they're not super gluing themselves to the refrigerators. So
I agree with
like that. I can't be too upset about it. But what we can be upset about is these neo-pronouns that are taking...
This part right here, bruh. Schools turning students into woke simpletons, bruh. Bruh. That's facts, bruh. That's facts. Lefties losing it. The vegan crazies, I don't agree with the lefties losing it part. I don't think they're crazy or mentally ill. I think they're corny. The leftists that support wokeism, that try to force people, the rest of society to capitulate to brownos, to accept wild stuff. Yeah, I think, the tyrannical lefties, bro. They're extreme, bro. They're radical. They don't make sense. They're arrogant. They think they're superior to everybody else. It's corny, bro. But yeah, I do agree with the schools turning students.
I can't be too upset
about it. I do agree with that. That's a fact that schools are turning students into woke simpletons, bro. Woke simpletons.
What we can be upset about is these neo-pronouns that are taking hold, and you've heard about they, them pronouns. That's passe. That's 2020. We're now in the era of void self-pronouns. Have a look.
He, that you would refer to me as he, because that's also one of my pronouns. Have you seen Void? Void is on Void's way.
Hours of love.
He. 2020, when and the era of void self. 2020, we're now. Okay, Coach, at least they're not super gluing themselves to the refrigerators. So, peaceful protests like that, I can't be too upset about it. But what we can be upset about is these neo-pronouns that are taking hold. And you've heard about they, them pronouns. That's passe. That's 2020. We're now in the era of void self-pronouns.
Rat self.
He, that you to refer to me as
Wolf
he, 'cause that's
self
also one of my
crazy
pronouns.
stuff, bro.
Have you seen
I meant to say goofy stuff. Goofy stuff.
Void? He, to refer to me as he, because that's also one of my pronouns. Have you seen he, to refer to me as he?
2020, we're now in the era of void self pronouns. Have a look.
He, to refer to me as he, because that's also one of my pronouns. Have you seen Void? Void is on Void's way.
Okay, I think we're all a bit dumber for having watched that. Can you keep up with these new pronouns? Because we mock them here, but you are expected to respect them and observe them.
Yep.
And it's hateful not to.
Yep.
But they can literally be anything. It can be
It's crazy,
plant,
but they
it
don't.
can
But
be
they don't.
void in that case. It can be fairy self.
Wolf,
I mean,
giraffe.
what point will there be some
Bus.
limits on? In that case, it can be fairy self. I mean,
Hypocritical
what
people,
point will
man.
there be some limits
They
on
expect
completely
non-LGBTQ plus people to be tolerant, to be empathetic, understanding, reverent, but they do but they don't have empathy for people who don't they don't have empathy. The tyrannical non-binary people. I'm not all non-binary, not all non-binary, not all LGBTQ plus people are whack, but a lot of them are whack. They are despotic. They are they embody authoritarianism. They are controlling. They are exclusivistic. They are toxic. A plenitude, not all, but certain ones are extreme radical, like I said before, bro. They purport to be tolerant. They purport to be loving. They purport to care about everybody, bro. But they really don't care. They only care about people. They only care about people who simp for them, who agree with everything they say. The people who don't agree with everything they say are devils in their eyes. They're bigots. They're anti-LGBTQ plus people. They're transphobes. They're demons. They're bigots. They're demons, freaks, monsters. It's monsters. It's crazy, man. If you are gonna expect other people to be respectful, then you have to be respectful as well. And you have to be respectful as well. You cannot be intolerant of people who have dissident opinions. You cannot slander people who have dissident opinions. Just because somebody has a dissident opinion, that doesn't mean that he or she hates non-binary people or LGBTQ plus people. You gotta think logically, bro.
In that case, it can be fairy self.
Certain dissidents are hateful
What point will
towards
there be some limits
non-binary
on
people, but not all.
mangling the English language?
I think only when
Shout out to Rita for speaking out against the BS. Against the
It
BS.
can be plant, it can be void in that
Yep.
case, it can be fairy self. I mean,
Cat self.
what point will there
Dog
be some
self.
limits on completely mangling the English language?
I think only when the culture pushes back.
Mm.
Until then, we're not going to have any
Bravely,
limits. And you're
intrepidly
right, it can change in real
pushes
time.
back.
So you're expected to have a rule book or a language book, and then it changes, and you don't even know that you're violating what the latest norm is.
I didn't play you that whole video, but that is someone who's trying to explain the importance of this pronoun and why you should use it. They were having trouble themselves actually using it and providing examples because it's just unnatural. This is not
Indubitably.
how language
Unnatural. I
works.
concur.
Now let's go to Charlie Kirk and Turning Point USA. They do some great work. Here they expose American students paying, well, small fortunes for college degrees, but who are so daft or perhaps cowardly that they cannot answer simple questions like, what is a woman?
What is a woman? That's a stupid question. That's a dumb question. What is a woman? It's not a trick question.
Facts, Charlie Kirk.
What is a woman?
Just answer it, bro. It's not.
You can't answer the question with the question.
Facts.
Yeah, define a woman without saying woman.
Just answer it, bro.
Paying for an education. What is a woman?
What?
You don't need media training.
Facts.
It's not a trick.
Just,
What is
it's
a
not
woman?
hard. It's not difficult.
You can't answer the question with the.
They want to be difficult, bro.
Hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt.
They know what it means.
When you ask them what a woman is.
I think they know what it means, bro. They're not. I refuse to believe they're that dumb, that dog-headed, that dick-headed, that harebrained. I refuse to believe that. They just don't. They're cowardly, bro. She said. Rita said they're either too daft or too cowardly. I think they're too cowardly, bro. They know I think they're smart, bro. They intentionally refuse to give the real answer, bro, because they fear cancellation, they fear labeling, they fear demonization, they fear vilification by the people in their circle, by the wokies, by the softies, by the snowflakes, by the cancel mob, by the cancel culture. Proponents, they fear they fear they fear backlash. They fear removal from the circle. They fear removal. They do fear removal from the circle. I say F the fear, bro. Keep it a buck. F what the softies say, man. Stop being a softie, a chicken. Stop being scared to say what's real, what's logical. They know what woman means, bro. They know the definition, bro. They just don't wanna say, bro. That's whack, bro. That's whack. Shout out to Charlie Kirk, bro. Conservative influencer.
They don't seem to understand that saying the answer, someone who identifies as a woman, isn't an answer. Because, again, what is a woman? You say someone who identifies as a woman, you still haven't answered the question.
Facts.
What is that?
What is it?
So, again, how can they be so clueless and so unequipped to deal with the most basic questions? Because this question of what is a woman has now been going around for some time. You'd think they'd come up with a better answer than someone who identifies as a woman.
That's not the right answer, bro. It's not the right answer.
Again, how can they be so woman? You say someone who identifies as a woman, you still haven't answered the question, what is that? So again, how can they be so clueless and so unequipped to deal with the most basic questions? Because this question of what is a woman has now been going around for some time. You'd think they'd come up with a better answer than someone who identifies as a woman.
I think it's the echo chamber world that we live in, and I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of those kids really never ever talk to anybody outside of that echo chamber. Charlie Kirk interaction might be the first time. So you go all through your school years, your entire family, the professors in the classroom,
circle
everybody
jerk,
in the job market that you talk to, they all
confirmation
speak
bias.
that same language, and you can identify. This is probably maybe the first time that you even heard this question.
And Charlie Kirk was also faced with students calling him a fascist. But do they know what a fascist is?
Let's see.
I know he's not fascist, but it's more just getting the community together to just go against him. A lot of people said he's not actually a fascist. So then why call him a fascist? Well, I don't know the exact definition of a fascist, so I don't know.
So why are you saying
It's
fascist.
almost amusing. In the
You don't
space
even
of a
know the
few seconds, she
definition.
goes from calling him a fascist
Why are
to
you even
saying,
using
well, he's
it?
not a fascist, and then she admits that she actually doesn't know what the word means.
It's
kind of
unbelievable.
sweet, actually.
Kind of in her, sometimes stupidity can be cute.
It can
Crazy,
be,
bro.
and maybe this is why the federal government wants to do the loan forgiveness thing, because they're not learning anything in college, so may as well get a refund.
Well, if you want to know what a fascist is, I don't know, maybe have a look at your mates there or perhaps in the mirror, because fascists love shutting down their opponents. They love shutting down free speech
Authoritarian
and
tyrant,
silencing
despot.
people with intimidation and
Yes,
violence.
yes.
Now let's go to
That's
some
what
lefties losing.
That's what a fascist is.
Shutting
She
down
doesn't
their
know the
opponents.
definition,
They
bro.
love shutting
She's
down
calling
free speech
Charlie
and,
Kirk a fascist. But she doesn't even know the definition. If you are going to call somebody a negative word, a bad name, you have to at least know what the definition is. Definition is. I said this in a video in a review of the Amala Abanobi video, in which she was talking about this woman that called a dude a misogynist, that the woman that called him a misogynist did not know what misogynist meant. That's crazy, bro. That's not good, bro. That's not good. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. And these people, don't hold these people, they don't get held accountable, bro, because it's crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro. Certain people bow down to these people because they're women. They're bro. I don't know, bro. It's crazy, bro.
Stupidity can be cute.
It can be, and maybe this is why the federal government wants to do the loan forgiveness thing, because they're not learning any. It's kind of sweet, actually.
Kind of to saying, well, he's not a fascist, and then she admits that she actually doesn't know what the word
She
means.
falsely labeled him a fascist because he doesn't agree. He disagrees with her politically. That's why she called him a fascist, because he disagrees. He dissents. He dissents. He has dissident opinions. That doesn't make you a fascist having dissident opinions.
She goes from calling him a fascist to saying
he's not. I never heard him say that. Yeah.
People said he's not actually a fascist. So then why call him a fascist?
Well, I don't know the exact definition of a fascist, so I don't know if he is or isn't.
I never heard him say that leftists cannot
it's almost amusing. In the space of a few seconds,
give their opinions on things, or leftists cannot talk, or leftists cannot say what they want to say about things. I never heard him say that leftists should not be able to speak, to give their thoughts, to say what's on their mind. He never said leftists should be precluded. Charlie supports the First Amendment, bro. Freedom of speech. It doesn't matter if certain people disagree with him. He supports their right to freedom of. You don't have to agree with somebody to support that person's right to freedom of speech. To freedom of speech.
It's almost amusing. In the space of a few seconds, she goes from calling him a fascist to saying, well, he's not a fascist, and then she admits that she actually doesn't know what the word means.
It's kind of sweet, actually.
Idiotic, bro.
Sometimes stupidity can be cute.
It can be, and maybe this is why the federal government wants to do the loan forgiveness thing, because they're not learning anything in college, so may as well get a refund.
Well, if you want to know what a fascist is, I don't know, maybe have a look at your mates there or perhaps in the mirror, because fascists love shutting down their opponents. They love shutting down free speech and silencing people with intimidation and violence. Now let's
a tyrant, that's what a fascist
losing.
is.
And here are folks who seem to comprehend
Person that
12-year-olds
controls.
shouldn't be able to get silencing people with intimidation and violence. Now let's go to some lefties losing. And here
A person that precludes others from disagreeing. That's what a fascist is.
Silencing people with intimidation and violence. Now let's go to some lefties
From
losing.
that,
And here
a person that
who seem to
precludes
comprehend that 12-year-olds
other people from giving their own thoughts and opinions.
Well, if you want to know what a fascist is, I don't know, maybe have a look at your mates there or perhaps in the mirror, because fascists love shutting down their opponents. They love shutting down free speech and silencing people with intimidation and violence. Now let's go to some lefties losing. And here are folks who seem to comprehend that 12-year-olds shouldn't be able to get tattoos. Not a good idea. But when asked about medical interventions like puberty...
I'm going to skip that part. Let me see.
Become a part of something bigger than yourself. Become a part of success.
Become a part of discovery.
Become a Spartan.
Michigan State University.
Spartans will.
Mother in the US has given her school board a dose of reality and told them to focus on their core responsibilities, and that ain't indoctrinating children to be woke simpletons.
There is one goal for the educational system. It should be to prepare children to enter careers to be productive members of society.
Facts.
It is not a counseling session. It is not a self-help area. It is not somewhere to find yourself. And we should not be led by the children, for goodness sake. The children are called dependents for a reason. They depend on us who have fully developed brains. You cannot feel your way through life.
That is
Based.
just brilliant. She speaks for so many parents. She articulated that so well. It seems to all be about the kids setting the agenda, all about emotion,
softness over
and
leniency.
very little about actually equipping them with to deal with the real world.
I think moms and parents, moms and dads, is the sleeping giant that's being awakened in this. And it's one of the few areas where actually I do see people who are traditionally from the left or the right converging, because when it comes to the kids and going too far in terms of how the classrooms are being run, they are uniting a little bit. And you see that whether it's the Glenn Youngkin election on that issue, whether it's the level of people that are now running for local school board elections, which is not something that they did, or you see clips like this. Maybe not enough, but I do think the tide is turning a little bit on parent rights.
And you're also seeing that convergence when it comes to different ethnic groups. Again, a lot of the groups who traditionally supported leftist parties are now protesting against some of these leftist positions. We're seeing the Muslim parents, for example. A lot of socially conservative migrant groups are not comfortable with this sort of stuff in the classroom anywhere near their children. And finally, let's go to an elementary school teacher in the US who makes an excellent case for homeschooling. She now identifies as non-binary, MXK, that's what she wants people to call her, and she's thrilled about inflicting such concepts on her young and no doubt confused students.
Hi, here's some things my students have said/done since I came out and changed my teacher name. You have a new name? Well, yes, it's a name that makes me a lot happier, and that's why I changed it. I like your new name. I do too, but it's nice to know I have your approval. Mix? You mean like mixing you up like cookie dough? If that's gonna help you remember it, yeah, cookie dough works. Excuse me, Miss K, I mean, it's Mix K! I did not ask them to do that. You guys are big brains, so I feel like I can tell you this a little bit more. My new name is going to be Mix K, and I go by they and she pronouns. Yay! Woo!
Fifth graders, really. I mean, you do feel sorry for the parents of whoever is in her class, because what do? You can't. I made a joke about, it's an ad for homeschooling, but it's just not an option for many parents.
Yeah.
You can't really, most schools dictate that you don't want your child to be in a particular class, and you just got to have to, deprogram the children at the end of the day.
That's the other option. Now, homeschooling, the rate of homeschooling has doubled in the last 5 years, and there is a reason for that. And some of it is COVID's afterhang, some of it is economics, and a large part of it is that, the culture wars, and you might see that continue more and more. And you're right, otherwise it is deprogramming and just kind of really teaching your kids to have a filter, and then you just add to that the cost, which is money and time that we all incur for schooling, and then it feels counterproductive.
This is why school choice matters.
It's
Cashapp,
important.
thank you so much for your time
Indubitably.
today.
Shout out to Kasha. Shout out to Rita. Yeah, man, bro. It's wild, bro. Wokeism, bro. Detrimental. The teachers, I meant to say the parents that speak out against the wokeism in schools, bro. They're not monsters. They're not bigots. They're not hate. They are not hateful. They're logical. They're not hateful. They are not hateful. They are logical. Peace.